Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Aries. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, protecting me, keeping me safe. Aries, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, most of all for showing up. At the bottom of the deck, we have Emperor, Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So and then we have the Hangman. So changing the perspective and bringing things back into the balance, taking on that responsibility, overcoming issues of concern. Aries, October is looking up for you. There's still a bit of friction. Let's see what's not going in. Yeah, Eight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles. So it's getting that recognition and moving forward, wanting to take things to a higher level. Some of you, it is a third-party situation that is come out into the open. It's maybe that's where the Nine of Wands, sorry, the Nine of Swords was showing itself there for the issues of concern. Justice is being served though, but the weight of that is, it's going to be put down because you go from 8 to the 10 with the Queen of Swords, and she is all about getting to the bottom of things and getting the truth out, and third-party situation has come out into the open and the burden is put down. So, okay, you know, or you found out. Again, more cards not going in. Ooh, we got a lot of cards here. So the lies and the deceit have been discovered. We see that you can see someone is telling you, or someone has told you, or you figured it out. Again, we're going a step back. So you were going back in time, looking at what took place, where all the lies came from. You figured it out. You have the answers. You got all the answers. You were following your intuition. And of course, keeping things under wraps, or not letting anybody know what you knew. That is where that brought you to see the light and to figure it out and to have that understanding. The intuition, or maybe you figured out that the person that you were interested in was married, they were lying to you, you figured it out, you got what you needed to know, and you're moving on from there. That's where that friction is. Like you're not coming together with the person, or you got what you needed to get as info. Now you have your guard up. Second chance is not really on the table there because you prefer to be on your own than be in a third-party situation. And then I see the King of Wands, and that Two of Swords is, yeah, they're holding back. If you're dealing with another fire sign, or you are taking control and holding back, you're putting down the burden because you got the truth. You're letting it fall. You're just letting everything just fall. The deck split with the Six of Swords. So you're like, yeah, okay, I got what I needed to get. I know the truth. I need to leave. I need to get out of here. I need to do me. Aries, that's where you're pretty much headed for October. Okay, the deck. I don't know what to take from here. We have the Six of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So taking that step back, again, going back down memory lane and really working it out as to, do I really need this? No. You're really not interested in third-party situations, and you're making it quite clear to the person or persons who you found out. And here we have the truth being told. Again, it's being held back, or someone was holding back from telling. Again, that Queen of Cups there, she or you or they were holding back on what they knew because this needed to come to an end. It needed to finish. You needed to get that clarity, and you got it. And it's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. Aries, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. And I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and that is by Giulia Massaglia. And then we have for Oracle deck, it's the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and that is by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid, and with also work done with Marcela Lobos. There's 3 creators on this deck, so it's really it's touching on real ancient symbolic oracle messages, the way the cards are made up. I'll just do one more split because the deck just split open. On the 17, we have destiny calling you to make a choice, or that you will make a choice concerning third parties, or concerning work that was done in the past, or dealing with work. For some of you, it could be wanting to change where you work because of a bit of a confused situation that you may have been involved in. You might want to leave that place, or not be, not work with certain individuals again because of, and yeah, you would be the one to say, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm leaving. Because you're taking control. You clearly show up as the King of Wands there. And for the energy deck that I'm using for reading that energy that is around you in the Celtic spread, I pull a card from Energy Oracle that is done by Sandra and Taylor. And again, the deck splits in 3, and we're looking at the 10 of Wands with the Lover's card with our Page of Pentacles. So focusing on really making choices that suit you rather than other people, and putting an end to the burden that you have been carrying around, thinking that you may have been responsible for whatever situation that it took a turn for the negative. If it is that you're deciding to break away from certain people, you made that decision. You're making it if you haven't made it already, but you've come into information, and you're not letting other people decide for you. You're making that choice on your own. Again, the 6 of Swords comes back with our Magician and the Temperance card. So moving forward, you're going in progressive states of, I've decided I want to do this thing, whichever it is. And in that, you will heal. You'll overcome the deceit that you've been through. And the gossip is just going to fade away, because there is no reconciliation. You're leaving. You're going away. You're going on your own. You're not dealing with certain people. It's quite evident that you've made up your mind, or you will make up your mind. And again, I see the World card and the 2 of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles. So again, it's another 10. It's a completion, a double completion. And then of course this 5 of Pentacles just slid up there. So it's really overcoming what would have been a difficult time. October is helping you with making those steps to go forward. And yeah, we're the way that I'm getting the information, it's incredible how fast you're moving ahead, Aries. Again, you're decisive. You're decided, I want to go this way. I want to get more information. I want to learn. I want to understand. depending on your situation. The Page of Swords, we had the Page of Pentacles before, so it's really getting started on your new journey, or getting new information, or following on new information, or just wanting to understand, depending on your circumstance. And another page, so we have the 3 pages showing up. You're being tested to follow what you love, or to forgive in some cases, or just to start a new relationship. Have that gumption to go forward into a new relationship is what some of you may be facing for the month of October. What is above you is our 3 of Cups, so that would make the 4 of Cups. So it's not so exciting as okay, I'm just getting out of a relationship, I want to jump into a new one. Not necessarily, but in some cases it's a question of, do I want to forgive, or should I forgive? I remember where this relationship was, or where it brought me, or the position I was placed in. And that understanding now makes you think, well, I don't know that I can forgive, or I don't know that I want to venture into a new relationship, or even make amends with the person or persons that you may have had issues with. Again, you just take it to your situation. It's quite general, but it's clear that you have a choice, because we saw the Lover's card, we saw the 6 of Cups. In dealing with a relationship or relationships, depending on if it's work colleagues or if it's individuals, personal, family, etc., you have a choice. And the test is in that you start something up, or you completely go your own way and do your own thing and take care of you. You have on your mind that what took place, you're remembering, again, it was the 6 of Cups, and now we see the 3. So you're stepping back in time, and you're piecing together information to make a decision. See, it's formulating here as to, should I go back, or should I talk to, should I forgive? You're questioning the incident or incidents, and depending on who is involved and how deep that relationship was to you. Again, it could be family, friendship, lovers, husband, wife, etc. Whatever your level of relationship is, you're questioning what took place and how you feel about it, and what you've learned from it, because you're questioning if you want to go forward. And being that it's the 4 of Cups, you're thinking, well, I'm going to get the same thing again if I go back. Here we see the 4 of Wands, so that brings it to an 8. It's quite comic, the relationship that you're dealing with, or that you were in. And of course, some of you may have been thinking, I should have married this person, but I'm glad I didn't. Or look at what I found out before the marriage could come in, because this is serious. This in the sense where you had intentions to marry, or at least take the relationship to a higher level, whether it's school or, working with certain individuals, partnering up, graduating to a higher level of degree in the field of study, and then turning around and saying, I don't think so, I don't really want to do this, I want to go somewhere else. Really depending on your situation. But the intention when you got into the relationship, whether it's work, school, or family, friends, etc., you had the intention to go all in, as in, I'm dedicated, I really want to do this. But something took place, and you've learned something, you've learned many things, and now you're questioning, should I go back in, or should I just move on? Again, you've overcome disappointment. You were disappointed, you overcame it in the sense where you put down the burden, you've understood, again, you learned from the experience. And that's not so long ago. Then we see the decision that you will make based on the experience that you had, your dedication to the cause, and wanting to seal a deal or get to a high level of relationship with certain individuals. You have that decision to make if you are still on the fence of a should I, shouldn't I, or I'm not wanting to go with this person, I want to go with another person. Bringing in the balance, in other words, you're going to make that decision. This is the future. So it's to come. And here you are with the Ace of Wands, seeing that where you are right now is in, I'm ready to start. And that's really evident here with the Page of Swords. Ready to begin something, with the gumption to go forward, wanting more details, ready to take action is where you stand. Energy around you is the Seven of Pentacles. So they, as in people around you, this is not your energy. Someone is either backed off or waiting patiently for you to make up your mind in some cases. For others, they're just not ready, in the sense where they're waiting for you to decide because they won't make the decision. Could be that they're not interested anymore. Again, with what took place, whether it was you with the third party situation or they with the third party situation, just take it as it resonates because it's quite general. Here we come back to the Empress. So being in charge, not wanting to move forward, waiting for people to come in, because the Emperor never goes to anybody. The Emperor waits for people. So it's a question of, I'm ready to start is where you are. I want a new beginning. I'm ready. I want to start this conversation. I want to do this thing. But they're waiting. Now, they being other people, other person, could be for a relationship, for work, could be an interview that may be to happen, application for work elsewhere, from being that I don't want to be with this, I don't want to go, I don't want to work here anymore, I want to work somewhere else. It could be that they are waiting to see something different before they make up their mind. There's quite a bit of patience here, and it's difficult because it's a 7. So it's the uncertainty of, will this go further or will this fizzle out? Here we have the Emperor as desire and fear. And again, it feels a bit like an ego trip. As per, I'm playing the waiting game. I'm going to wait for Aries to come to me. I'm not going to Aries. Aries, you may have that ego trip going on wherein I am above this and they have to come to me. I'm not going toward them. I mean, that's not for everybody, but it is a sense of I'm in control and I'm not giving up my control. Or if it were in the reverse, it would really be an ego trip. But again, that's the fear, that you'd be treated as if it was an ego trip, like misinterpretation, misunderstanding. Again, there's gossip. There was gossip that I saw in the flow of the shuffle, the disappointment. Again, the waiting game, making a decision. Somebody has to make a decision. Somebody has to step up and be responsible. The fear is in taking that responsibility. Then we have the final outcome as the Knight of Pentacles. So we're stepping down here. We're not stepping up because Emperor is above the Knight. And it's back to the drawing board. It's making new plans because of the deceit, because of third party situation. The betrayals, all of the truth, the waiting, the holding back, the not, again, the control, not letting. You see, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, and I'm not moving until Aries does something. Again, it's betrayals. It's truth, all the truth coming out, but being held back. Somebody doesn't want to tell. Again, third parties are involved here. With the Seven of Swords, it's a third party situation that you are either privy to because, again, you found out they were married in some cases. Knowing what you really want and going for it, but knowing that you got to go on your own, because King of Swords here is either you're dealing with an air sign or it's justice being served and the mind games are still happening. Again, the waiting game, I'm waiting for Aries to do something. That second chance is, if it's going to come, it's going to take a long time, a really slow movement. It's not going to go fast. It's going to trail itself out into November, going into December because of Saturn. The devil here is a Capricorn. If you're not dealing with a Capricorn, you could be timelining this to have a result come in December. Aries, I am like, wow, this went so fast. Let's take a look at the waiting game. It just seems to be that someone is really not budging because they want that control. Again, it's lies, deceit, it's third parties. What is this energy in the Seven of Pentacles for Aries? Someone wanted to get married. You were either finding out that they were married or they were lying about being married. Again, that Ace of Swords, that Ace of Wands is you wanting the information. Again, that Ace of, I keep saying Ace of Swords, but it is like an ace. The Page of Swords, waiting, wanting, searching, needing to know so that you can move forward. You're not moving until you get certain information. They're holding back on information. What is the energy for the Seven of Pentacles for Aries? Ooh. Again, it's the Knight. Really slow movement here. They're waiting. They're waiting. You're waiting. They're waiting. Everybody's waiting. Okay, let's see. Man with a coin. 43. Again, it's another 7. It's exactly that. It's difficult. Third parties, maybe. Only you would know. 43. Man holding a coin. Male connection in money, health, or value. There's a male connection out there. All right, let's see what the upright position says. This card shows a man sitting in a lushly flowering field holding a large, bright coin. For men, this could indicate an aspect of yourself. Again, this is about the energy around you. And a readiness to further your goals and receive increased health, money, or value in your life. Greater success is on its way when you take control of your own finances and act. Again, it's that taking the control, being in control, making the decision, as we said in the beginning when I did the shuffle. It's a waiting game. Someone needs to wait in order to get the truth to release and leave a certain situation to come out on top. Again, there's information, disappointment, overcoming, knowing that there was a marriage or there was a contract and there was betrayal involved and someone is finding it out. Again, this is the energy around you. They're waiting. This card upright could also reveal the assistance of a financial advisor or a healer whom you already know or are soon to meet. This man is helpful and may bring sage advice concerning the action you need to take next. Be open to this person showing up with support, but always turn to your own intuitive guidance to weigh the information you receive. Again, be very mindful because lies and deceit are all over the place in this one. This could also signify a new love interest with a wealthy man or a man from work. Again, it's all relating back to where you work, if that's your situation. Involvement with third parties, relationship wise, advice on where to go, job interviews, etc. I mean, just take it as it resonates. If it is in the reverse, this card reverse reveals that you could be acting against your own best interest where money or health matters are concerned. Again, this is the energy around you. So the you in this is the next person, people you know to boot. You might be spending a bit too much or simply not be conscious enough about what's really important. If that's the case, become more aware of your choices and priorities and bring more discipline to your life. This card reversed could also be warning of a self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out for his own advancement. That's the King of Swords right there. And the Emperor, if he's in the reverse. Even at the cost of your own. Be conscious of the critical or demanding men around you. And always remember that you alone determine who has the real power in your life. You are the only one who can determine who has the real power in your life, Aries, man or woman. Be mindful of who you connect with, under what pretense, and follow your intuition because you can smell out the lies. I determine my own destiny. Again, we saw the star in the beginning of the shuffle. I determine my own destiny. I take financial action and I'm receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. On that note, no, I'm doing it again. That was the affirmation. Okay, let's behave. I feel like I'm going super fast on this read. All right, let's see the oracle message for Aries. Now, it seems to be like it's in the reverse. I'm feeling more the connection with the reverse because whoever is playing, they're playing. Be very careful, Aries, man or woman. This man holding the coin is giving off some vibes where there's a lot of treachery involved. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of, yeah, that's seven of Pentacles. I said it was a waiting game. I still say it's a waiting game. Be warned. What is the oracle message for Aries for October? The Gatherer. Okay. Oops. All right, let's take a look here. Again, it's 43. No, sorry. 21. 21. I was like, whoa, 43 twice? It's 21. The Gatherer. Let's see. The Gatherer. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The Gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The Gatherer is the provider, the forger, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. You see, having that faith in that natural instinct on, should I go with this, should I stay away from this? You have that. That is the message for you, Aries. The oracle message is in trusting your intuition, making that choice for you. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you. So helping you to make the choice, because you have a choice to make. You do. And it could be, whoever you're dealing with, they're waiting. They're waiting to see what you're going to do. Again, it depends on your situation, if it's a positive or a negative. Only you will know that. So all I could say more is follow your gut. You know who you're dealing with. You know what they're capable of, Aries. Until our next read, love and light.